I know you're tired of being told to take care of yourself, so this is not that conversation. I'm sure you've heard it a million times. Take care of yourself, practice self-care, put your own oxygen mask on first. And every time you hear it, you feel that little flare of something, like irritation maybe, or exhaustion, or just a flat, yeah, right. Because taking time for yourself is not a luxury you have. It's not even on your radar as something that's supposed to happen. And I get why you feel that way, I really do. Because somewhere along the way, you were taught to believe that your job is to notice what other people need and make sure they get it. And that being the person who takes care of everyone else is what matters. That's the role you've been playing for so long that it probably doesn't even feel like a choice anymore. And that's a lot to carry. If you're new here, I'm Julie Fikert. I'm a health and well-being coach, and this channel is for women who know what they want to do for their health but can't quite seem to make it happen. So let me paint a picture of what this actually looks like from the inside, because I think you'll recognize it. From the moment you open your eyes, you're in motion, right? That mental checklist starts before your feet ever hit the floor. You've got lunches to pack, you've got kids to get out the door, you have appointments to remember, and oh, there's that job waiting for you too, right? Then it's off to work. You're managing your own tasks, you're managing the emotional dynamics around you. You're being the person who notices what needs to happen and making sure it does. Then it's carpool, dinner, homework, the endless logistics of running a household and family. And this is not something you chose. Right? You just didn't look at this one day and say, yes, I want to do that. No, this is just your life. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're showing up at work. You're showing up at home. You're managing the 1,000 details that come with having a career and a family. You're doing your very best every single day. And somewhere in all of that, in the working and the executing and the managing and the caring for everyone else, you've disappeared. There's no moment that belongs just to you. Every moment is in service of someone else's needs, your employer, your family, the people around you. And the thing is, you probably don't even notice it anymore. This is just what your life is. And here's the thing that lives at the core of all of this. And I want to name it because I think it's so automatic for most of us that you might not even know it's there anymore. You believe that it is only okay to take care of yourself once everyone else's needs are fully met. That makes sense, right? You were taught that everyone else's needs come first. So logically, once you've handled their needs, then it's your turn. And that feels fair, that feels right. But here's the problem with that belief. Everyone else's needs are relentless. Work doesn't stop. Your family's needs do not stop. The demands of being a good mother, a good partner, a good employee, a good friend, they keep expanding. And they never quite resolve into a moment where everything is finally handled and you get your turn. So you're waiting for a finish line that doesn't exist. And while you wait, you're getting more depleted, you're getting more tired, more running on empty. And all of that makes everything harder, right? Which means more things feel urgent, which means there's even more things to handle. That goalpost, it just keeps moving, and your turn keeps getting pushed further away. Think about what matters most to you. Your family, the people you love, your work, the life you're trying to build. Those are the things you're pouring yourself into every single day. And here's what I want you to notice. Those things require you to have energy. They require you to have capacity. They require you to be able to show up. Right now, you're giving everything you have to those people and those things, and that leaves nothing for you. Which means you're showing up depleted. You are managing everyone's needs from a place of running on empty. And that changes what you're able to give, even though you're trying so hard. So here's the question I want you to sit with. What if taking care of yourself was not something you had to justify? What if taking care of yourself was simply the fuel that lets you be present for the things that actually matter to you? Because that's what it is. Rest is not a luxury. It's not something you earn. It's not something you do when everything else is handled. It's the foundation that lets you show up for the people you love in the way you actually want to. And when you start to believe that, even just a little, everything shifts. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. You don't have to choose between your family and yourself. You don't have to wait until everything is handled before you're allowed to take care of yourself. Because that moment will probably not come, right? And deep down, you probably already know that. So what if you just started anyway? With what you have, in the life you're actually living, with a step so small it fits. When you do, when you take even one small step toward caring for yourself, something shifts. You have a little more energy in the evening. You sleep a little better. You're a little more present with the people you love because you're not completely running on empty. And then you realize something that changes everything. Taking care of yourself is not taking away anything from them. It's actually what fills you up so you have something real to offer. And that shift, that belief that you can actually do this, that is where everything starts to change. If you're watching this and recognizing yourself in that feeling of waiting your turn, I want you to know that there is a way through this that doesn't require you to choose between yourself and the people you love. And that's what working together looks like. When I work with health coaching clients, we start with what matters most to you. We find the small steps that fit into the life you're actually living, and then we plan it out. So there's no guesswork, there's no extra mental load, there's no wondering if you're doing it right. And every step we take is in service to the things and the people that matter most to you. You don't have to figure this out alone. And you don't have to turn your life upside down to start feeling better. If you're ready to talk about what this could look like for you, I would love to have that conversation. You can book a free 30-minute call with me directly. The link's in the description below. And if you're not quite there yet, you could start with my free workbook. If that's the first right step for you, I also have that linked in the description. Thanks for spending time with me today, and please be as kind to yourself as you are to everyone else.